You raise up your hand if you are ready to lead in the opening prayer. Can I just select? I don't see people's hands. Any person ready? Wow, what's happening today? People are fearing to put up their hands. Okay. I have Kate, I have Chloe. This is so good. Okay. Kate was the first person. May I request Kate to lead us in the opening prayer?
Oh God, let's humble ourselves and we pray. Oh God, can you help us, help the teachers, help others, wanting us to come, help them to come and we study. I pray all those through Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Kate.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So now, my dear learners, before I open for you the new we are going to handle today, I would like to first ask you a few questions in the previous work we had. We've been looking at transport. Yes. Let us mention the 4 types of transport that we know or that we've been looking at. Do we still remember them? Someone to put up the hand, you tell us. Let me first, okay. I have John. John is here. John, tell us.
Water transport.
Good. We have water transport.
And air transport.
Good. So far, those are true. And we looked at 4 types of transport.
And road transport.
Road.
And railway transport.
Very good. Thank you so much, John. There we have.
Railway transport.
May I know? Thank you, John. Chloe.
Yes.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
That is so good. Now, each type of transport has got some means, right? Means of transport. Are you able to give us like 3 means of road transport?
Yes.
Okay. What are they?
There is a bus.
There is a bus. Next.
Lorries.
We have lorries. Another one.
Motorcycles.
Good. Now, among the means of transport for roads, okay? Means of road transport. We have those ones that are in the form of animals. What are some of the animals that we can use as means of transport?
Camel. And a horse.
Good. Thank you so much. We have camel and a horse. All right. Next, thank you, Kilowi. Person.
welcome, teacher.
All right. Tell us about the means of air transport. This time I want to know that we're not the same people. Who is ready? Okay. Ethan Wandira, number 18.
Yes.
Yes, Ethan, how are you?
I'm fine.
All right. We're looking at means of air transport. Can you tell us some of them that you know?
Aeroplane.
That is one.
Helicopter.
That is two. Are they other? Okay, admin, let me continue with one PC. I request you assign it. Okay, thank you. All right. My learners, just a minute. I'm back in class. We can now move on. So I will get to share my screen, and we get to see whatever we are going to learn about. I've been having a little technical challenge here that is now sorted. So let me share my screen and then we move on. I hope you can see my screen. Though I can't hear from you, I hope.
Yes, we can see it. Yeah. We can see the screen.
All right. Now, dear learners, leaving aside the revision part of it that we've been having, since I'm now set with my PC where I can share my screen and you see everything very well, let us start immediately to look at what I prepared for you today. And remember, today is Friday, 3rd of December, 2021. The topic that we are going to look at is peace and security. This is our last theme in the P.1 curriculum, the P.1 work of literacy 2, okay? We are ending it with the peace and security. And after this, I believe you will be ready to answer any question that comes, because we have tried to cover whatever we were supposed to, much as we are learning online. So the first question is, what is peace? When we hear the word peace, what comes into our mind? Do we know something regarding peace? Can someone tell us what you know about peace? Who is ready? Someone to tell us. You share with us. Ayeba, do you know any information regarding peace? Divine. I want to hear from you. Now, when we talk about peace, we mean living and working well with other people. You see, we are at home, and at home, we stay with other people. For example, mommy, daddy, we have our brothers and sisters, we have the relatives. Some families are extended family. But do you live well with all the people? Do you work well with them? So peace means living and working well with other people. Then security means keeping someone or something safe. Security is all about keeping someone or something safe. We have property at home. Even you yourself as a child, you have your own things. Let me talk about the play dolls. But if somebody comes, let's say your friend from the neighborhood, and steals your doll, steals your ball, will you feel happy about that? Obviously no. So you need to keep it safe. The same thing can happen to you. When somebody comes and kidnaps you, your parents will not feel good about it. So it means the parents have a role to play to keep you safe. So security means keeping someone or something safe. The opposite of security is insecurity. Insecurity means not keeping someone or something safe. For example, as I told you, if you have your ball, you leave it outside, a child comes and take it away, then you will not feel good and your ball will not be there anymore because it has been either stolen. So you will have not provided protection or security to your ball by leaving it outside. Now, these are the things that we are going to look at. I want to ask you to open your books. You write today's date, which is Friday, 3rd December 2021. Then write our topic, which is peace and security. We write these three words, what they mean, then we get to learning more. Yeah. So can I give you a few minutes? You keep doing that. Meanwhile, in case you want to share something with us, the line is still open. You just have to raise your hand. Then I will give you the opportunity to talk to us. Thank you for joining and renaming well, apart from Nantali Gabriela, who did not put the registration number. Most of you have done so. This is so good. Then some of our colleagues are not with us. I can't tell what happened to them, but some of them possibly issues of internet. If not that, then prescription, paying the school fees. Just like this week is ending today, whatever was paid, if it was for 1 week, then it means it is ending today. So you have to remind the concerned person to pay for next week. And remember, we are getting into time of examination. So you shouldn't miss out the exams because we are going to give you reports. We shall give you the report cards. So get ready for the examination, which will promote you to the next level. Now, I want to attend to some of the messages, then we move on. I hope you are about to finish writing. Ethan Wandira, thank you so much. I love your message. Jesse Elijah Rubega has already finished. That's why I'm saying we need to move on and look at something new. We need to understand very well peace. When we talk about living and working well with other people, what do we mean? Because that is what brings peace. In our daily activities that we do, we find ourselves in situations that do not give us peace. And what are some of them? Think about them, because all these are questions that I'm going to ask you. Elmax, think about it. Divine and the others. So let us get there. Have you finished writing? Let me hear from a few of you. If you have finished writing, then I take you to the next part. Ayeba, have you finished?
No.
Okay, where are you?
Insecurity.
Okay, insecurity. Kale, let me give you more. 1 minute, you finish writing. Chloe, have you finished? Chloe. Oh, Ethan. Ethan, number 7. Have you finished?
I'm on living.
Come again.
I'm on living.
Okay. You are still far. You are just writing the word living, meaning you are still writing what peace means. Kale, try to speed up. Try to speed up. Since I lost a few minutes trying to set up my device, I want to be a little bit speedy to cover up my work. So if I change before you finish, this work is on Google Classroom. You can as well download and write what you may miss. John, have you finished?
Yes.
Okay, this is so good. Thank you. So there we are. You see, at home, as children, when we are playing, we end up fighting sometimes for some of the play materials. And when you fight, that is not good. When someone does something wrong to you, what are you supposed to do? Is it to fight? Can fighting take away what someone has done? It doesn't help. So what are we supposed to do? We handle issues in a good way, okay, by forgiving. Let us look at what the Bible tells us. For those ones who are still writing, we shall have to stop here. You will get this work on Google Classroom. So, biblical teaching about peace. When you read in the book of Colossians chapter 3, verse 13 to 15, it says, bear with each other and forgive one another. Are you hearing very well? Bear with each other and forgive one another. If any of you has a grievance against someone. Now, this word is big for you, grievance, but let me get another simple word we can understand. If you have any misunderstanding with your friends or any person at home, what are you supposed to do? The Bible is telling us to bear with each other and forgive one another. You are not supposed to fight. You are not supposed to scream, you cry to the top of your voice. But the Bible keeps on telling us, forgive as the Lord forgave you. We were forgiven by the Lord. And it says, And over all these virtues, put on love. We are supposed to love. Even if somebody does something wrong, we are supposed to love. Are we together? The Bible adds on by saying, which binds them all together in perfect unity. So love binds or puts everything in goodness, in perfect unity, means we stay united as a home. Mommy, daddy, the uncles, aunties, and the brothers and sisters, we stay united. So finally, it says, let the peace of Christ rule in your heart. From today, my dear learners, you need to have that peace of Christ in your heart. The peace of Jesus Christ should be in your heart. Even if something is bad to you, talk about it with someone who can help you, but don't fight, don't break things in the home, don't damage anything. Are we together? So I want to end by saying, it ends by saying, since as members of one body, you were called to peace and be thankful. So we are called upon to always keep peace. And be thankful. Now, who keeps peace? Let us look at this, because here I want you to answer some questions. People who give us security at home, they are giving us peace. Now, who are those people? May you please raise your hands up. Let us raise hands and you answer. You tell me some of the people that give us peace at home. Do we know the home members? I start with the Kilo. Kilo. At home, who gives us peace?
Parents.
Very good. We have the parents. So there we talk about the father, we talk about mother. Who else? John, tell us something. Apart from father and mother, who else can give you security?
Mother.
Yes, mother is already mentioned. Apart from mother and father, who else at home?
Grandmother and grandfather.
Wow, this is so good. Thank you. I think we need to write this, and we are going to add on the list. We have father, we have mother, grandfather, and grandmother. Who else we need to add on? Rebecca, Jesse, Elijah. Tell us one more.
Uncle.
Who?
Uncle.
Ah, very good. We have uncle, we have auntie. Thank you, Elijah. Now let us add all these people on our list. Here I want you to write. We have security guards at home. We have house helper. We have the uncle. We have the auntie and the other people that we stay with at home. Even your brother or your sister who is elder than you can give you security. Remember, security is about protection, keeping you safe or something safe. No one can enter in the house to steal something when people are there. Let's say your big sister or your big brother, the one who is elder. The right word to use is elder, but for us, we can understand big faster than the other one. So can we have these people written? We can write like a 4, and we learn something else. People who give us security at home. There we are. Who is missing on the list? Do you understand the security guard? Security guard, I don't mean police. We have some private security personnel, people who we hire to stay at the gate. These are private ones. They are not police. Though in some homes you can find the police. Let me give an example of a home of a minister. You can't go to such a home and you don't find the police there. And why is police there? It's trying to give security, protecting the minister. So for us who are not serving in the government, we can have security guards. So if you want to come and visit me, you will reach at the gate, then Askari will be the first person to attend to you. Where are you going? Whom do you want? Then we'll either allow you to enter or we'll stop you. Because that person is assigned a duty of keeping me safe. So in some homes, that is how it is. Then the house helper, at times we call them maids. Maids also, they are not there to do for us work. Fine, they help. That's why we call them house helper. But they are there to look after you. If mommy and daddy are not at home, they have gone for work. It is the house helper who are there to help them and look after them. I hope there we have finished. We can go to the next thing we need to look at. If you have written like a 5 or 4, they are enough. Let us look at something else. Now, I want us to look at the things or factors that promote peace at home. What promotes peace and security at home? Remember, with peace is all about living well and working well with other people. What are we supposed to do? What are those things that we do? May you write that heading, things or factors that promote peace at home. So, I want to hear from you again. You raise up your hands and tell me. Let me first lower these hands here. If you want to give an answer, you raise your hand again. Things or factors that promote peace at home. What are we supposed to do to have peace at home? Is this a big question? I think let me show you by giving you 1 or 2. Number 1, we can talk of love. Remember just from what we read in the Bible. Love binds them all, meaning we need to show love to each other. Love mommy, love daddy, love your brother, your sister, uncle, aunt, even that house helper. Don't hate any person. Even if something wrong was done, just talk about it. Say, auntie, for me, I don't want this. Okay? You see, my brother comes and takes away my things without permission and ends up damaging them. Don't say I'm going to beat my brother. No. Talk about it with someone. Then auntie will call your brother and talk to him or her. Or even you can do so. Teach your brother because you love him. You don't want him to cry, to be in pain. So that is how we can show love for each other. Do something good for that person. Number 2, obey elders. If your brother asks you to do something, you need to obey and you do something for your brother or your sister. Even mommy, if you're asked to wash the utensil, please do that. Can we add on? Do you have more answers such that I hear from you? Apart from loving elders, what else can we add on? You know, I'm not seeing any person raising up hands. That's why me, I'm giving you my answers, though I wanted to hear from you also. Okay. Another one is respect each other. We need to respect each other. As we are at home communicating, don't say, you, what are you talking about? What are you saying? Don't overlook your brother, your sister, auntie. Please listen to auntie and try to talk to her very well. So that is a sign of showing respect. You greet auntie. Yes, that maid. Let me hear from Keith. The hand is up, wants to give us another answer. Keith, can I hear from you? Oh, Chloe. Let me hear from Chloe. Chloe? Yes, Chloe?
Yes, teacher.
I see your hand is up. Do you want to share with us?
Greeting people.
Yes? Oh, I can't hear from Chloe. Ethan, do you have one more as we keep adding on? There is
Helping them.
Yes, Ethan?
Helping them.
Oh, good. There is a helping that needed. At times, the people we stay with at home, they need our help. At times, they are sick. Do we help? Do we come in? Thank you, Ethan, for that answer. These answers are very many. We can't finish them all. Let us write like 6. I'm going to add you more. We have like 6, and then we look at another one thing, and I welcome some questions from you. Apart from protect each other, which we know very well, there is relating well with others at home. How do we relate well with others at home? By 1, showing them love. It is another point in here. If mommy comes back from work, do you run to mommy and say, oh, welcome back, mommy? You give a hug, you greet mommy. Even daddy, oh, uncle. Yes, do we do so? Because this is what will show that you relate well with others. If you just run away to hide, then there must be a problem. You know, some people are harsh. Some people, you find the uncle coming back home when he's annoyed, and he will start slapping you or beating you when you try to disturb. Then the following day, you start fearing the uncle. You say, uncle, when he comes back, will he beat us? So you begin running, hiding in the bedroom. You stay there without coming out. Then there must be a problem. You are not secure. You are not safe. There is no security for you. So you need to talk about it. Tell somebody else of something bad that happens. We are going to look at all these people. We've already seen those ones at home. If we are to continue, we shall look at some of them within the community. At school, we have them. So don't just keep quiet. Lastly, let's talk about keeping good healthy habits. How does this one come in? And what are the good healthy habits? Do we cut fingernails short? Do we brush our teeth? Do we bathe? regularly, such that we don't smell like a he-goat. Those are the healthy habits I'm talking about. Washing hands before eating food. Because if you don't, you will get diseases. And the diseases will either bring poverty at home. We are going to look at insecurity because diseases is under the causes of insecurity. So I want to hear from like one of you. If you have finished, we move on. Kilowi, you had a point. Kilowi.
There is greeting people.
Oh, greeting people. Very good. Thank you so much, Kilowi. Like I said, I cannot finish all the things or factors that promote peace and security. But when you greet, it is a sign of respect and there will be peace. For me, you greet me, I give you a gift. I move with some small gifts in my bag. Ask what are they? Hey, I move with my sweets. When I find a child and greets me, when I have visited your home, I give you a sweet. You see how greeting is good? Some of you, you miss them out because you don't greet. A visitor comes, you just keep playing. You don't mind about the visitor. Some of you, you even sit in the chair. You don't want to give the chair to the visitor. Then the visitor will say, which kind of child is this one? Has bad manners, has no respect for elders. I hope you have finished. Let us now move on. We look at one more thing. Today's lesson looks to be hard for some people, but this is how we get to learn. We need to look at causes of insecurity at home. This is another heading that I want you to write. Causes of insecurity at home. Next time we shall look at even the things we use to keep peace and security. The items now. If he's a security guard, what can he use? So we shall look at them. Now let us write causes of insecurity at home. Remember, insecurity means not keeping someone or something safe. So what are they? I have my good learners whose hands are up, but you are putting up, you lower them. What happened? And Kilowi, I saw your hands up, now they are down. Meanwhile, I can give you one to open up your mind. I know this is a new topic. So, causes of insecurity. One is fighting at home. As you children, you begin fighting. As you fight, guess what happens? You pick a stick, you beat someone, blood begins to come out. Oh, the eye is affected, and the person runs back home. Is your neighbor. What will happen? Just guess. The parent of that friend of yours will come for you, and your parent will also try to protect you. Now, fighting of parents can begin. Do we remember the story of Jipiri and Labongo? What happened? Someone briefly, you tell us about Jipiri and Labongo. I want to see if you have ever heard of this story. You know, you children of nowadays, you miss a lot. Mommy is at work, dad is at work. We are with the maids. Some maids did not even go to school. They cannot speak English well. So they missed learning all this. Now, who will tell us some stories? You see how you miss? But me, I grew up from the village. So every evening, we could sit and hear some stories from our elders and parents. Let me hear from Keith. Keith must be knowing something little about the story of Jipiri and Labong. Or even if you know the whole story, Keith, may you unmute and tell us something? Or if there is any person who knows, please raise your hand up. I give you like 3 minutes. You tell us something. Shanita Nagawa. Tell us something about Jipiri and Labong. Yes, Shanita. Shanita?
Things at home like sugar.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That has been Shanita. Now, I wanted a story about Jipiri and Labong. Briefly, let me tell you what happened. These were brothers who were living together, if I may say. Then what happened is that one day, I'm going to start from where the story ends because our time has gone and we need to have more causes of insecurity. So what happened is that one day, an elephant came in the plantation of one, either Jibili or Labong. And this person had to run and chase away the elephant. You know, an elephant is fat. You can't just go there without any weapon or with a stick. So what happened? A brother ran into the house of a brother and picked a spear, and this spear was given to him. You know, when you are a heir, you are given something to inherit. So this spear was picked, and when this one threw it to the elephant went with it in the body. So what happened is that before, the child of one of the brothers had what? As you play, one swallowed beads of a friend. So this one came and he said, you know what? This is what happened. The other day, an elephant went with my spear and you asked me for it. Now this time, your child has swallowed a bead of my child, and I want the bead. So they had to cut the child and remove the beads from the intestines, and the child died. I believe the child died. So this is what happens. You start as young children to fight. The fight goes to the parents, and the parents get misunderstanding. Let us move on. Another cause of insecurity is no money. When there is no money at home, things become difficult. Life, you want sugar, but there is no sugar. What happens? You want food. Let us add there. There is isolation. Isolation, this is when you are left there, no one is minding about you. You are left in a certain place because of certain issues. Either you have bad manners, you abuse people. So everyone will begin isolating you, saying, me, I can't be a friend of so and so. People will isolate you. Another cause of insecurity is child abuse. Child abuse, this is where your rights are violated. So with violence in a home, how are you abused? You are either overbeaten for something wrong done. You are either denied food. You are either not given clothes or taken to hospital, taken to school. This is child abuse. Another form of child abuse is overworking. We can call it child labor. With child labor, you are a young child, but you're asked to go and look for money because there is no money at home. So you are given yellow bananas to sell around the village. You are given tomatoes. You begin selling them, you walk home to home. Oh, at home, You are given a lot of work. This is at times common with the house helpers, the maid. House girl will ask you to wash the clothes, you mop the house, you do what? Yes, it is good to do so, but at times it goes beyond when it is made by the house girls and the stepmothers. So we need to avoid all these forms of insecurity, these causes. Let us write down. These ones are enough, but I can add on a few as you keep writing. Then I will hear some questions from you and we end the lesson. We attend to some activity which is already uploaded on Google Classroom. I talked of diseases coming from poor health or not practicing good health habits. You don't wash your hands, you get diarrhea. Now you begin crying at home. So diseases will cause another problem in the home that will bring insecurity. You are supposed to be taken to the hospital. Daddy is not having money. Now, mommy will keep asking daddy, can you take the child to the hospital? They begin quarreling over that one because nobody is having money and you are dying or you are seriously suffering. So diseases can be another cause of insecurity at home. Next is lack of food. This one happens mainly when there is no money. Money to buy food. Some of us, we stay in town. If I get out, I have to buy food from the market. I either go to Nakasero, Owino, Usafi, for those ones who are in town here. Now, in town, there is no garden that you can grow some food within. Nowhere to have a banana plant there, nowhere to buy, nowhere to plant cassava, maize, potatoes. So lack of food can be another cause of insecurity at home. Then child neglect. Child neglect happens when mommy or daddy leaves you home and go. They abandon you. They say, now what am I going to give to this child? So they neglect you and move. They go somewhere to find peace. Some of you, the children, I see they are thrown by their parents in the toilet, sorry, in the latrine, or at the rubbish pit, at the roadside. Do you know why? Because that person will feel cannot manage to stay with you, is not at peace, because has no money, has no way of looking after you. So will neglect you, will throw you at the rubbish pit. I thank God that for you are safe. Your parents cannot do that. But some parents, Monand, they do so, they throw children in the toilet, in the latrine. You wonder why. So thank mommy and daddy for always providing everything you need and not neglecting you. Then we have defilement. Defilement, this is when a big person, let me talk of a man, comes and involve you in things you are not ready for. For example, rape. So you need to be careful the people you stay with. Some of them may come with bad intention. You don't need to keep quiet and don't move alone. Move in groups, don't move at night. A man will grab you, enter in the bush with you and rape you as a girl. Boys, this can also happen to you. Don't say, that is for girls, not a boy like me. Hey, the house girls. Hey, can pull you and take you to the bedroom. What will happen? And if the house girl is having HIV/AIDS, you see? So please, you need to report any form of abuse that you go through, any form of insecurity, if something wrong is done to you. Finally, playing bad games. Some of you play with the knives, you play with the sharp objects, you throw stones. A stone will hit your friend in the head of your friend, and the blood will begin coming out. Some of you play, let us train wrestling. You box someone whose nose will go nose bleeding. This is not good. So let us stop all these forms of insecurity at home. With that, I don't want to go deep. We are ending here. I welcome a few questions. If you have written like a 4, that is enough. Chloe's hand is up. Can I hear from Chloe as I prepare to end this lesson?
Teacher,
Chloe,
finished.
you have finished. That is so good. Thank you so much. How about, I saw the hand of Jessie. Yes, Jessie, your hand. You have finished. That is good. Nantali, tell me something, my girl. You've been quiet.
Yes, teacher.
Hey, do you have something to share?
I finished.
Okay, that is so good. Since you have finished, let me first remove this screen. The activity is on Google Classroom, and these are the questions. For example, dash means living and working together with other people. What is the answer for this? One person tell us. I begin with Ayeba. Yes, Ayeba.
Teacher, I'm finished.
Okay, thank you. Now, Shanita, if we say dash means living and working with others well, what do we mean? What means that?
Community.
Good, that is peace. Elmax, help us with number 2. Name 2 people who give us peace or security at home.
I don't know. I just wanted to say, teacher, I have finished.
Hey, what have you finished that you don't know? When you cannot give us people who give us security at home, you don't know people we stay with at home who can give us security? Elmax.
Yes, teacher.
Give us some people that you know who give us security at home. Who are they?
Mother.
Mother. Who else?
Father.
Father. There we are. Okay, thank you. Now, my dear learners, activity, as I'm saying, is already on Google Classroom. Find this activity there and attempt. Thank you for attending this lesson. You have been good learners. Now, I want one of you to lead us in the closing prayer. And who is ready to lead in the closing prayer? Raise your hand. Let me ask you. Oh, these are the same hands. Rich is here. Rich, may you please lead us in the closing prayer?
Yes, teacher.
Prayer.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, and lead us into temptation, and deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much, Rich. We can now unmute and say
Bye, teacher. See you next
bye.
time. Bye. See you next time. Bye. Bye. teacher. Bye, teacher. Bye. Bye. See you next time. Bye. 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 See you next time. Bye. 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 Bye.
Bye,
See you next
Lana.
time. Bye.